My father said it the way he used to say, pass the salt, calm, casual, final, your sister owes $240,000, and you're going to pay it. It wasn't a question, just a decision already made without me. It was a cold Sunday afternoon in Chicago, and I had been in the house barely 10 minutes when everything shifted. My father, Robert Hayes, sat across from me, steady and certain, while my mother, Linda, stared at her hands, silent in a way that said more than words ever could. When I asked how long they had known, the silence answered for them, and when he told me that refusing meant I was no longer part of the family, something inside me went quiet. I didn't argue, I didn't cry, I simply said, then I'm not, and walked out. Back in my apartment, after 12 minutes of quiet tears on the kitchen floor, I opened my laptop and checked my credit report, expecting stress but not devastation. What I found instead were accounts I didn't recognize, loans I never approved, and credit cards I had never held, all under my name, adding up to $240,000. It wasn't bad luck, it was fraud, and the only person who could have done it was my sister, Emma. Years earlier, I had trusted her enough to co-sign a small business loan, encouraged by my father's reassurance that it was just a formality, but that trust had been used to open doors I never knew existed. Refinanced loans, new credit lines, forged signatures, and decisions made in my name without my knowledge. When I told my friend Rachel, she didn't soften it, she called it exactly what it was, identity theft. That truth pushed me to act, to call an attorney, Daniel Brooks, who confirmed what I already feared. This wasn't a misunderstanding, it was a crime. Filing the report set everything in motion, police, then federal authorities, then the FBI, and suddenly the quiet pressure from my family turned into panic. They called, they begged, they tried to reframe it as something we could fix together, but it was too late for that, not because I wanted revenge, but because I finally understood that protecting myself wasn't betrayal. Months later, the truth settled where it belonged. Emma pleaded guilty, the debt was cleared from my name, and my life, slowly, became mine again. My relationship with my parents didn't disappear, but it changed into something smaller, more honest, something without illusions. And now, sitting alone in my apartment on a quiet morning with nothing but sunlight and a cup of coffee, I realize that what I feel isn't anger, it's freedom. Because real love doesn't ask you to lose yourself, and the hardest lesson I learned is also the most important one. Being the responsible one doesn't mean you have to carry everything, especially not the weight of someone else's choices. So tell me, have you ever been asked to sacrifice your peace just to keep someone else comfortable?